Alright, time to revisit triggers.
Whoa! Consider this an addendum to... Jesus, something we did a year ago, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, the field has changed a lot. And I guess you could cut out all this stuff very good, but who cares right now? Yeah, things have changed, and needless to say, I was right. Ha 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 ha! Anyway. Yeah, things have changed. Draws are out.
For the most part.
Yep, like there's a couple decks that could use them, but mostly no. Because people realize something very important.
They don't have a second effect.
Yeah.
Their second effect is giving you as much shield value as any other trigger would have on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defensively, that's fine.
If you can damage check 1 of 4.
But offensively, what is it actually doing?
Focus.
Yeah, it's making you...
It's letting you YOLO the 2 to pass. Because putting it on the rear guard's not going to matter anyway.
Yep, it's like, and at best it's 15k shield, only if it steals another trigger from you. Why would you want it to do that?
Bonus points in the rare occasion it nets you the perfect guard, but you know.
That's literally like what, 1 out of 20 chance or something like. Who cares about the ratios?
It's not a very good stable chance anyway. Just like damage checking 1 isn't.
Yeah, I would not rely on it.
4 opportunities to do that.
Yeah, they have depleted their usefulness a lot. Probably were never actually all that good, but people, you know.
Back in the day, we were all retarded.
For me, I love stand triggers over draw triggers. That's why I made it 8 stand Misaki. Or 4 stand Misaki with 8 crit. Either way, I took out the draws, so I was like, screw those guys.
Yeah, things started changing quite a bit when decks could more freely play out their hand and always hit stuff with it.
Yeah. I guess you could say the Misaki deck was the harbinger, or the harbinger of it, because if I recall,
because literally everything in that deck was 11.
Everything at least 11
it wasn't
or
11,
more.
It was a Libra.
Yeah, so it's like it had something it could do if it hit, which means your opponent didn't want it to hit. Or it was Tom, and it's like if it stands against the power, you know, whatever it attacks is not going to be saved. But yeah, it's like I think that was the earliest example of a deck that really appreciated this new format, with stands being in the forefront.
If I could go back in time, I would tell myself back in Booster 2 to try playing 8 crit 4 stand CEO, because she can stack those. It's all fine.
Stack them, attack with the not red eye, whatever it is.
Attack with the Mocha.
Yeah, Mocha, there you go, Mocha. Attack CEO, stand the Mocha, and get ready to push some butt in. I guess we were ready to talk about the stands more then. Yeah, they're great basically. I mean, I've been trying out decks with 12 stand. In fact,
it's just like any other deck. If you, just like everything else in your deck, I should say, you want it to be consistent, and usually going a pure crit or pure stand lineup is going to help you achieve that.
Yeah, because you actually know what you're going to get. You know, if you get a trigger, you don't have to worry, is it going to be the stand I need? Is it going to be the crit? Am I going to be mad because I get the draw?
No, you're going to be mad because you get the heal, but wait, you're not mad because you heal.
It's like, oh no, I lost my chance to do my limit break, but wait, I'm ahead in damage again.
Needless to say,
heal forever top tier.
Forever top tier. Especially when you can start activating 6 of them in a game, because Legion!
Legion!
God damn it. That is the most infuriating thing to run into, by the way.
Yeah. It's going to be a crazy crazy rabbit hunt when that comes out here. But anyway, yeah, you don't want to clutter up your trigger lineup with variety, just because this game is not built on having much variety.
No, you stick to one plan and do it as hard as you possibly can.
You want to push your plan over your opponent's plan as hard as possible to say, I have the better one, deal with it. Grade locking and no trigger showing up at all aside.
Now, obviously your game approach is going to differ depending on which lineup you're using. If you're going heavy stand, you're going to be trying to establish card advantage over your opponent by hitting their rear guards a bunch. Whittle down their numbers, because like they either have to stop you to keep their stuff on board or to let it go, and that's, you know, 2 less front row units they have for the entire game, unless they're Grand Blue. But whatever, man. They still lost the actual count.
They're losing their counterblasts too, you know, just whittle them down. If you're Nova Grappler, you can do that easy, because everyone's standing every turn.
And with your 12 crit lineups, these are generally a lot easier to implement into decks because you don't need to really have particular kinds of cards out at any given time. It doesn't matter if your deck is fast or if it's slow to start, because they're pretty much always beneficial until your opponent hits 5, and then they mean jack all, but whatever.
What you gonna do? Now crits are, yeah, crits are just very aggro with how you play them. Stands are more attrition based, I guess.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, passive aggressive. That's a good one.
Yeah, attrition works too. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, because basically it comes down to you either, if you like kind of pushing your opponent down slowly, so by the time they get to 4 or 5 they realize they can't actually stop your attacks.
They can't make their big play because they're
You
they don't have enough cards to do it.
Suddenly have 2 cards on the field and you're there like, oh crap, how did this happen? Or if you're more of the aggressive type, crits, you know, it's like you attack with your vanguard or whatever. If you start getting crits up, it's like they can't afford to block all the attacks all the time. Eventually they're going to have to let one go. It's pretty neat. And, well, once again, because I'm sure someone's going to try to argue with us on this, what plan does Draw have if you ran multiple?
Well, if they're already at 5, they don't do anything more than any other trigger. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what does it actually do? It, at best, keeps you in the game a little bit longer. But heal triggers already do that.
Now, obviously, this is not a universal truth, because there are some really good draw triggers.
Like Kagero.
That you're playing, not because they're necessarily draw triggers, but because their effects are just that good. Like a Gatling Claw Dragon, or a Margal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have some particular function that you want to use most of the time.
Use to make things go down. Yeah, they are exceptions to this rule. Because they're just good.
Or if you're playing an archetype deck that has a special counterblast.
Yeah, like Battle Sisters. They're like
Liberators in some cases, Eradicators. Because, well,
Steel Dragon.
you don't have your 3rd set of anything. GG.
Yeah. So they gotta kind of feel with it.
Or Persona Blast decks.
Oh, yeah. You want to make sure they get those. You get those into your hand. But those are about it. It's basically they're only good if they have a good effect or if you're needing to look for something. I guess that's really about it. I mean, I guess we'll just go to our tier rankings of them now because it's changed since the last time. Heals on top because you're healing. How is that not good?
Crit still the Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. Close 3rd is Stands.
because when the late game rolls around, they push out way more than anything else does. It's just that you need to make sure your deck is equipped to get them there.
Yeah. Basically, okay, so I guess you could even almost argue they're tied. It really just depends on the deck build. And then in this and fourth, draws, because again, what are they doing? Extra cards don't justify not beating your opponent harder. Especially if you're drawing your triggers and then you don't have triggers.
It's okay, Legion fixes it.
Yeah, it's so silly. Well, I guess that's about it. I don't even know what we should call this video, but we'll figure it out. You'll know what it is when you see it, I guess. So until next time, everybody, keep vanguarding.
And Van Gooding.
Yes, and vanguarding. Bye.